Well, good morning, YouTubers and Facebookers. How are you? Here we are in Discovery Centre at Eastpool Mine. You can see my motorcycle down there. This is some of the interactive displays we've got, folks. Now, this is a model of basically Taylor's pumping engine. I know it's not I don't think it is built as a complete model of Taylor's, but it gives you the idea of what is actually inside, because it is the same sort of engine, i.e. a pump. So we're looking at the condenser here. This down here is called the cataracts. You can see there's little weights on them, that, you know. And then this is called the driving floor. Basically, they are the controls to the engine there. It's a little bit different to Taylor's because the regulator or throttle on the other side isn't there. So you can say that it's not basically the same. Just behind it, excuse me, we have the cylinder, which is pretty much almost identical to Taylor's. And the inlet and the outlet there. And then above it, you've got the middle chamber, and so this chest here, what that is basically is the inlet, the outlet, and the equilibrium valve. And then of course to the side we've got the piston rod, which is that bit there. These things here are oilers. And what they do each movement, every day, or every few hours I should imagine, you give it a turn, and then what it does, it forces oil down, which keeps everything lubricated. And above we've got the bob. Now for a model, this bob is quite big. So the middle of the engine house, so the bit that's inside and outside, will be donated from these posts here. So that layer from there is outside, which is that bit there, okay, and then from there, because that would be the bob wall, from there right back to there would be actually inside of the engine house. Now this was made quite some considerable time ago by a chap called Robert Jarvis, and he made this in 1951, believe it or not. And a few years ago, which is quite a few years, because I've been here coming on 7 years now, when I first started, I did actually see it move a couple of times, but apparently, so I've been told, that part of the motion and the gearing here is out of sync, so they were afraid to get it going in case it was damaged, like, you know. Now behind us here we have a small little WIM engine. This one, it did have a plaque on it saying who owned it, but obviously that's got lost in time. So this is your forward and reverse. It's called Stephenson's link motion. So basically you just put it into gear like that, and then you have to do it by hand, but I think, to be honest, if it was put onto compressed air it would actually work. It's a rather nice little model, and might have to buy one like this at some time, because they do sell them on eBay. But this particular one is quite old actually. So that's your cylinder. In real terms that would be probably a 25-inch if it was real life. And then you've got your parallel motion, which is these bars here, which take the movement from there. So if you look at it carefully, look, you can see it just slightly